Happy Saturday, y'all. It's Liz Pevytoe here. Hi. If you're watching the replay, type in replay down below. I would love to say hi to you. So, I feel like a new mom who just got her first day out by herself. So, I got to have a little time away from the puppy today. So, I am like kind of giddy. So, I want to talk to you and give you some selling tips, but I also just want to chit chat with my friends. I feel like I miss y'all. I've been like so consumed with this puppy that I haven't been that engaged on Facebook. So if you have a question for me about anything, just type it in. I'd love to answer your questions. Y'all know I post a lot on Facebook because it is my lifeline to the real world or to humankind. To something. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so let me jump in and tell you my tips. So let's pretend that you hate going live on Facebook, and which a lot of people do. I'd say the majority of people are afraid of going live. I don't get it. I love going live. It's fun to me, but it probably wasn't fun to me at the beginning. And I screw up on lives a whole lot. So I've probably screwed up more times than most people have even tried. So let me just say that. But let me ask you a question, okay? What are you selling? If you are selling something, I'm trying to not give away the answer with the way I'm phrasing this question. If you are selling something that's bringing you income, what is it that you are selling? And this is a trick question. It's tricky. My lips are parched. Okay, let me answer the question. So, if you are selling anything, you are actually not selling your product. You're selling yourself. Okay? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is people buy from people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. Okay? So, this should give you a lot of freedom, knowing that you don't have to go live. You don't have to post about your product all day, every day. In fact, you absolutely shouldn't. I think that you should maybe post. This is if you post a lot. If you post more than 3 times a day, this is Liz's rules, okay? If you post more than 3 times a day, you're allowed to post at least once a day about your product or service. If you do not post at least 3 times a day, don't post about your product every day, okay? So in other words, about every 3 to 5 posts that you make on the Book of Faces can be, and again, this is my rules, okay? There are no rules, but this is my belief, okay? About every 3 to 5 posts should be something about your business or your product, okay? Because you don't want people to unfollow you. You don't want people to unfriend you because they're like, oh my God, all she talks about is blah, blah, blah. But there is a time when you have to put yourself out there and say, yeah, I do need to post about my business, because people do forget what you do about every 3 weeks. So there's a fine line, because people are going to judge you for posting, even if you just post once a day about it and you post, like me, 8 or 10 other things. They're still going to be like, why is she always posting about blah, 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 or whatever, okay? So back to the topic. You are selling you. So that means, guys, you should mostly be posting about things that you're interested in, not your business product. I know you're passionate about it. I know you're excited about it. But post mostly just about things that you're passionate about. My most viral posts have not been about products. My most viral posts that have been shared the most and have helped the most people are about topics that I'm passionate about. Like one of my most shared post was a post I did several years ago. I think it's probably been 4 years ago now, that I did about antiperspirant deodorant. and about aluminum-based antiperspirant deodorant because I'm very passionate about that. The funny thing is at the time I was with a company that offered an aluminum-free deodorant, and the awesome thing about that post was I didn't like my company's deodorant, so I wasn't promoting my company's product. So people were like, oh, she's probably just going to be promoting. No, I'm not. Actually, I can't stand that I couldn't stand the companies. It didn't work. So I'm not going to promote something that doesn't work. So anyway, but I did attract a lot of like-minded people through that post. I gained a lot of followers and I gained a lot of friends because people were like, oh, I trust her. That was valuable information because I talked about how the breast cancer link and antiperspirant. Because my mom's a breast cancer survivor, and so that's something I'm very passionate about. But anyway, I gained a lot of friends over that post, and that's what's important. Because later on, they're like, oh, she's not always trying to sell me something. Are you always trying to sell people something? So anyway, the other tip is as you are selling yourself, it's very important that you develop the skill of storytelling. And what does that mean? It means when you make a post, people should feel like they've had either a short or a long conversation with you. Not just bullet points and emojis and, tell a story. Compel people to read more. If you need to figure out how to become a story, some people call it copywriting. I call it storytelling. But go find some books on Amazon about storytelling, how to be a better storyteller. There's a really good book it's called by Big Al called How to Sell with Stories. It's a very short book, but it's got chock full of great tips on how to sell with stories. And again, guys, you aren't always trying to sell your product. This is the key theme for this video. Is you're selling you. You're branding you. Because you may not always be, I don't care how much you love your company. I don't care how much you love your product. You may not always be with them. But you'll always be yourself. And so I have been with several different companies over the last 7 years. But I have maintained most of my friends, most of my followers. I have retained them because they're following me and they love me regardless of what I'm currently promoting as a product. So anyway, some thoughts that were rolling off my head today, and I wanted to share it with you because I think that it will help a lot of people to say, I may be peddling makeup, for example. I'm not, but I'm saying I'm you. Let's say that you're selling makeup, but you also love to cook, or you love organizing your home. Share about those kind of tips, because then guess what? You're gonna attract people that are like you, and that like you. They are like you, and they do like you. And so those are the kind of people that you want as a part of your tribe, as people who speak the same language as you. So don't hold back on the political posts. Don't hold back on the religious posts. If you're political and you're religious, don't try to fake who you are just to sell your product. Be who you are, and then again, you're going to attract the people who are like you. And those are the kind of people you want to do business with anyway. I know there's a lot of controversy about that. They're like, oh, don't post anything religious, don't post anything political. Well, if that's part of what you're interested in, and that's part of what you're passionate about, then I think it's not having integrity to hide that part of you. So I know that I'm a hot mess on my Facebook timeline. I understand that, but I want people to know authentically who I am and not sugarcoat it or change it or whatever. So anyway, that's all. I just want to give you all a couple tips today. I love you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.